Hey everyone, my name is Andrew Goessling. I'm a Cat 1 rider for the Team Mike's Bikes presented by Equator Coffees. I've been an Achieve athlete this is now my third season working with Coach Ryan, and here to talk you through the before and after of my recent victory at the Santa Cruz Classic Criterium. So going into the race, our team plan was to have all of our riders up near the front and covering attacks, including me as the protected rider. I was still going to be doing some work, but I was definitely dedicated to the sprint because you can't really go for a breakaway and also trying to go for a sprint. So I was committed to the field sprint if that was going to be the outcome. And throughout the race, everyone did a great job, and it did end up as a field sprint. So the hardest part of the race for me was, to be honest, the entire race is hard. Especially this year, there was I don't think there's a single moment that the field let up. There was constant attacks and a lot of covering breaks and really, really intense efforts up and over the climb every lap, and there was very little time to rest. Definitely coming into the last 15 minutes or so, I was really struggling, but I knew that everyone else was struggling just as hard, so I was managed to stay in with the field during that time. Actually, just in the last lap, because the field was so whittled down, it was not overly difficult to organize our lead-out training. We had actually our whole team, almost five riders, coming onto the front with me last wheel behind our other sprinter, Leon. And Roman, my teammate Roman, Chris, Riker, Craig Fellers, Reese Levine all did they all did their pulls, and especially on that course, if there's one team driving it, it's really hard to pass because of the technical nature of the course. And the final sprint it's a bit tricky actually to judge because it is so long, but one of my strengths is kind of the high power for an extended period of time, so I ended up just going from the very bottom of the hill, which is still about 300 meters to go, and just maintaining the power up and over the climb and all the way to the line. My normalized power for the race, which was 75 minutes, was 345, and every time we hit the bottom of the climb, we were maxing out at about 650 to sometimes 700 watts for the first part of the climb, which then plateaued up to probably about 400. And then in the final sprint, because it was so long and I was certainly fatigued, I averaged about 800 watts with a max power near the bottom of 1408, I believe. So yeah, anytime you're able to post up and celebrate a win, it's a pretty amazing feeling. So to be honest, I was a little bit overcome because it's a race that I've really wanted to win for a long time, and I haven't had a ton of wins in the past couple of years, so it was like a lot of emotion crashing down. So it's an awesome feeling, and I'd highly recommend it. Yeah, the most beneficial part of being an Achieve athlete with Coach Ryan over the past few years has really been our open communication and just mutual respect for each other. It just makes it really easy to, trust what he puts into my training and to know that he'll be there for me in either, a specific training form or as a friend as well. So for me, that's one of the best parts of being an Achieve athlete with Ryan. Closing thoughts, I just recommend everybody to just keep at it with your training and trusting your coach, whether that be Ryan, Dana, or Sophie, because they certainly know what they're doing, and I know how hard the workouts can be, but if you have a goal in mind, it makes the workouts just that little bit easier. But above all else, just make sure you're enjoying the sport, and I think the results, if you have a positive mental outlook and you have clear set goals, the results will definitely come.